Congratulations. You found the Twin Cities hit show.
Very well. Where do I begin?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Reach for this one.
And now, a real hit show.
It's hump day.
Hump day!
Live from the Twin Cities, it's the Twin Cities hit show.
Hump day! Anybody?
It's hump day.
Let's get this hit show started.
A hump day.
Yeah, he said hump. Gross. Gross.
Sounds like everyone had a busy Tuesday night. Miss Shannan is not here, but Greg was kind enough to come back.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That explains everything. I thought there was Shannan. Oh, that's why I haven't said anything.
No, Shannon's got a much bigger beard.
Yeah.
Oh. Trans Shannan.
Trannan. It's Trannan.
And look at you guys. Do you both have the Google watches, or do you don't? Greg's is bigger. Hey-oh.
Mine's a little bit bigger and blacker.
What is your Google watch? Your
Samsung.
Apple. Oh, Apple Watch.
What is it?
Yeah. Samsung Gear.
Yeah.
So you guys are both into the tech crap, huh?
It was a gift, but yeah, I'll rock it. It's cool.
It does look very
It's
James
like a little
Bondy.
I feel like Inspector Gadget. Talking to my wrist.
I had to walk here because I can't put gas in my car, but I do have the new Apple Watch. So there's that.
Well, Greg, you biked here, it looked like.
Yeah. Bike life. I almost got hit by a car.
Life.
Yeah, man, it's all about that bicycling. We're number 18 in the world. Minneapolis is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For bike.
That explains all those stupid
for
bike
best
lanes.
bike people. Don't start doing
I
that.
believe we're number one for pedal pub terrorism.
Yeah, we also are, yeah.
That's awesome.
I just, I saw you pedal up here, and you were not wearing spandex, so I just assumed you had a DUI on your record. No.
Oh, nah, man. That's the Southern dad.
The Southern dad. It's nice.
Well, speaking of Southern, we're going to update what's going on with that damn rebel flag here this morning. But, Greg, you worked last night, the big Acme thing?
Yeah, we had a good show. Tommy Ryman and Pat Sussmoch, and we'll be the same three again tonight. And then tomorrow, Miss Shannan will join us for the rest of the week.
Nice. Who's she replacing?
Pat.
Oh, right.
Sussmoch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he know this, or is he finding out now?
Yeah,
he walked in.
He just found out right now.
A pink slip. Yeah, about tonight.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Right.
What'd you do last night, Chuck?
A lot of kids stuff. I made some delicious split pea soup and tacos.
Oh,
it'll last me all week.
When you say you made it, does that involve a can opener?
Well, I had to open. No, I didn't have to use any can. I had to open the
made
bag
it from scratch.
From
You're
scratch.
a chef guy.
Oh, I love cooking. Yeah, delish.
I've never had split pea soup.
Oh, I'm not a huge fan, but if you make it from scratch, it's unbelievable.
I like tacos.
Yeah, tacos are good.
If it's unbelievable, that would make you a fan.
Yeah.
You are full of contradictions.
Yeah.
I don't like it much, but man, it's unbelievable.
No, I don't like
It's the best thing I've ever had.
But I don't like it.
I don't like the canned stuff. I don't like what you get in the soup kitchen or the hospital where I seem to spend a lot of time. But I do like it when I make it.
All right. I guess we got that
makes
figured
sense.
out.
It's like kids. Like, I don't love everyone's kids. I just like them when I make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Adrian Peterson, 2012.
I concur. Half the time.
Half the time.
All right, well, speaking of figuring things out, they are still trying to figure out that damn rebel flag, but here's and my computer is having issues, so we'll see if this works. But here's an update on what's happening down there in Charleston. It appears to be they're leaning the right way.
I am not proud of this heritage.
In a moment not lost on those present, Republican State Senator Paul Thurmond pivoted from his family's past. His father, Strom Thurmond, was a powerful politician here and ran for president in 1948 as a segregationist.
Whoa. I'm proud to be on the right side of history regarding the removal of this symbol of racism and bigotry from the State House.
At the state's military college, the Citadel, the board voted to remove the flag from the campus chapel. Pressure is also mounting in the business community as chain stores and online retailers announced they're pulling Confederate items from shelves and websites. Sears, eBay, Amazon, and Kmart joined retail giant Walmart in halting all sales.
And if you go online, though, there are outlets where they're like doubling and tripling their sales. There's a run on the rebel flag.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I mean, if you're Walmart, I guess you want to have it pulled, but like it needs to be pulled from, I'd say, like any state functioning, like the library and the Capitol.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't go further than that. Like if you want to hang your Confederate flag off the back of your truck, do so. If you want to hang it on your house, do so. Because that is a clear indication of where to stay and where to stay away from.
I actually can't believe you feel that way.
No, I feel that way 100%, man. I don't want to walk into a honeybees and that's like, oh, this is people. Oh, no. Why did you have a flag out there, man?
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, exactly, man. I want you out in the open with your feelings, dude. It's for real.
Yeah, I be honest, it didn't. Obviously, I don't have the same history you do, and it didn't offend me to that level. But I'm like, anyone I see with that flag, I'm like, you're an idiot. I need to know that. You're an idiot. And I don't think, like you said, I don't think government should be displaying it. And you see the guy with that in the truck and the little Calvin I'm peeing on Ford sticker, I'm peeing on Chevy sticker. Okay, I get what you're about, man. Just you go away.
But you do realize the swastika flag is illegal. You can't fly that. And they're
I didn't know.
They're pretty damn close.
I didn't know that that's illegal.
Many parts of Europe, it definitely is.
Oh, yeah. So I can keep mine.
Yeah.
I got one in the back of my car.
Well, it wouldn't be Christmas at the Chuck household.
This is true. It's movies and Chinese food over there.
Literally,
swastika flag.
The best Christmas of my life was last year. The kids, my wife has custody of the kids every Christmas because I'm a dirty Jew, and so I actually went out for the traditional Jewish Christmas last year. It was a great Christmas.
You're a dirty Jew. I didn't know you were a Jew.
Yeah, no, I never mentioned. No, I didn't know. Well played, sir.
That was a shower.
That was a shower joke.
Hygiene.
I'm going to let Larry Whitmore continue this conversation because he had a bit last night too about okay, you're taking down the flag, but he kind of was thinking the same way. They're not doing it right away, but anyway, he also talks about this is the right decision. Duh.
But seriously, guys, I mean, who could have been against this, right? It's a no. I mean, especially in the light of the incident that just happened, and particularly in 2015. Well, anybody running for president trying to get Republican votes? Because this is what they said this weekend.
I still feel like it's not an issue for a person running for president.
Marco Rubio telling reporters, quote, ultimately the people of South Carolina will make the right decision for South Carolina.
That's a decision for the people of South Carolina.
This is a decision that needs to be made here in South Carolina.
Santorum.
Man, state's choice is the classic presidential candidate cop-out, right? Hey, when you ask me if I think the sky is blue, I think that's a question best left up to the states. They should decide. How do I know what you would do with the flag? I'm not a flag scientist. I want to be president of the United States, not president of flags. But anyhow, the point is, you're taking that flag down, right?
And as governor, I have the authority to call them back into session under extraordinary circumstances. I have indicated to the House and the Senate that if they do not take measures to ensure this debate takes place this summer, I will use that authority for the purpose of the legislature removing the flag from the State House grounds.
So you want them to come back to debate taking it down?
Yeah.
But there's a chance that they won't. So you'll say, hey, guys, you better come back and talk about this. South Carolina, it sounds like you're trying to f*** me on No, I'm just... How about just take the damn flag down right now? How about that? Okay? Okay, now, listen to me. Hear me out. And then you can debate putting it back up. Okay,
anyway, he goes on. That was my point. It's like, they were all going, good, take that flag down. No, they're going to discuss the issue.
Yeah. And who's going to talk about it? The same politicians who left it up in the first place.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The South Carolina politicians. I say we take down the pirate flags, right? Those need to be taken down. The skull and the crossbones.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
You know how many people have been terrorized by that flag?
Johnny, those Somalians are all over that right now. Hey, here's the thing. It's almost like you give your kids, all right, listen, Dad, can we do this? I'm going to let you think. I'm going to give you two options. You could either eat all of that chocolate right now or not. And I'm telling you that you need to make the right decision. I think that's what she's doing. Of course, they'll come back and go, leave that flag up. That flag is part of our history.
Well, I like that. Sometime this summer, they'll come back and talk about it. In the meantime, that thing is still flying. Walmart sounds like they were able to react immediately.
Yeah.
Even with their posse of executives.
Because that's dollars in the bottom line.
But Walmart is a lot of people who will fly that flag.
Yeah. Shop
freaking Walmart.
That's where you buy. Yeah.
That's why I was
so
surprised.
that was a big, huge deal.
I was surprised Walmart did that because of the Bubbas and the
and the Mary Jo's
and the Bessie Lynn's and the.
They're still not going to give health care to old people, but they're going to take down that flag.
I was like, interesting. And Sears and Kmart. I can't imagine. There's I don't. If I went to Sears at the Mall of America, I don't think I could buy a rebel flag. Could I?
No, you probably could. No, I was in Vancouver last summer.
Buy a rebel flag.
There was a rebel flag stand. It was like a kiosk, and I'm walking past. I was like, "Yo, are these like let the South ride?" I was like, "We're in Canada. like who up here? Like who deserves? Why is this a need? Why is this here?" So like that tripped me out a little bit. Like it shouldn't be in Canada.
They're coming for me up here. Even this is frightening.
Yeah.
Well, Larry Whitmore goes on to point out that in Germany, where they can't fly the swastika, that's where they grab the rebel flags, the white supremacists in Germany.
Yeah.
So that's their backup flag.
Yeah. Good plan.
Is the
Good plan.
rebel flag.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Seriously.
He's like, if that's the deal, if it's all about heritage and it's not supposed to be a hatred symbol at all, it's all about a heritage. Well, then why isn't the Union Jack, the English flag, flying at the Washington Capitol? Or why? Yeah. I mean, you could go on. And where does it stop?
Redesign a new flag. Just take that Calvin guy, have him peeing on something, have him peeing on the rebel flag, and that'd be your new symbol.
Yeah, but then people will be like animal activists. Will be like, it's animal sexuality.
It's animal sexuality.
Yeah, crossing a lot of lines there.
Yeah, good point.
So, I thought we'd represent here. We'll have one of us represent the black experience in Minnesota, one the Jewish experience, and one the white suburban experience. Chuck,
Wait, are you white
you take
suburban?
the black experience.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I got the Jewish one down, man.
Yeah.
I'm bluish. I know all about it.
I'm bluish.
I was just in Celebrate Israel, man, in Boston.
Nice.
40,000 Jews and Israelites, man. I'm in there.
What has been your experience in Minnesota?
As a Jew?
Is there racism
As a
black man, Greg?
As a yes. But I don't think it's been anything like, compared to what, like my parents and parents' parents have experienced. And that stuff, like, you get slight eyes and stuff like that.
Is it every day? Do you every day feel a moment of it?
It depends. Like, if you're looking for it. Yeah. There can be some of the stuff, and some of it is, whatever, accidentally racist. But I even think, like,
it's accidentally racist.
Yeah, I guess, when people would just come up, like, here's a perfect example. Like, say, like, at a job, right? And say, it happens to be February, it happens to be a black issue or something that's going on, or an issue with a black student. And it's, oh, well, could you maybe want to handle this one? Because, I was like, I don't know necessarily this kid's experience in this or that, so it just kind of sucks having to represent for everyone every once in a while. But I say like the most racist stuff that's more like day to day is just kind of like going into your workplace and not necessarily like no one's necessarily being like outright racist or anything like that. But it's just like missing that common connection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it would be like I've worked in a place for 5 years that's a public service, and I've only had 4 black coworkers throughout my last 5 years. And we educate the public, and like that's more racist to me than someone driving by a truck and calling me the N-word. Right? Yeah. That's happened. Whatever. Yeah. That's cool.
Has that happened to you?
Oh hell yeah, that's happened.
Really?
It was kind of hilarious. Like me and my buddies, we were in.
Was it Obama? Because he drops that word.
Yeah, it was. I was like, was that the president? Me and my buddies, we were standing outside. We were in River Falls, right? And we were hanging out in River Falls, Wisconsin, hanging outside this chicken joint, like, of course. And we were yeah, exactly, right?
Your choice to eat cliche food.
And we were standing outside eating chicken, and this truck just drove by and was like, but the thing was, like, I had a piece of chicken in my hand, and I was like, you know what? I would not respect him if he didn't take this opportunity. Like, that's just gold right there. We set it up on the tee.
I did the same thing. See, I used to be a cop, so I was standing one time outside a donut, like at a supermarket, eating a donut. Someone
beating an unarmed person.
Someone drove by and yelled, "Cop!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I'd be mad if they didn't take the shot."
You know what we used to do at the TV station, and I see it at all TV stations, and it's to your point. It actually happens on a national level. If there's some sort of black issue, we would have at one time like only one black reporter in the newsroom. Well, guess who gets that assignment?
Yeah.
And it's not spoken overtly, but I'm like, dude.
Yeah, Rex is getting that.
Yeah.
Rex is getting that.
Kind of like, I'll be sitting there and I'll hear about some breaking news in North Minneapolis. I know who's getting that story.
Yeah.
I know. And sure enough, there he is.
And
there she is.
Yeah, and it's even crazy because a lot of times the people, especially in that profession, have not had that same exact black experience. You know what I mean? Because even when it comes to that, there's different things that come into it. Then it's an economic experience. And systematic racism, like, yo, have I necessarily explored that, or do I know what it's like to be a disenfranchised, poor black person? No. Like, no, I definitely don't. You know what I mean? Like, I had the opportunity to go to private school and public school and private college, and I know who my father is. Most white people, like, I find it funny, like, people, did you know who your father is? Shut up, you know who my father is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how would you even put me in this conversation?
Former Viking, Greg
Coleman. 70% of the state has heard his voice at one point in time.
K-Fan every Sunday during Viking.
Shut up, you know.
Yeah, like, do you know who your father is? Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom was the head of the education in the biggest district out here. So it's like my experience is better than a lot of your experiences.
I always wondered, and I guess I never had an opportunity to have the conversation, but how they felt as the reporter. God damn it, here we go again. If they ever had a private conversation with a news director. Really? You keep doing this. Really?
You know, but it is kind of one of those things. It's like, yo, we're the only one in the building, so it's like, I got to kind of take this job until...
I see it on a national level, too. Quite often it'll be the dark-skinned reporter that covers the...
It's like, come on now, like, for real, you do at CNN, like, he's gone now, but do we really feel like Don Lemon was the best person to go out and send? He's proven over and over that he has no connection and says the dumbest things in the world.
Did he get let go?
He did let go. I believe he got let go on just the other day.
Oh wow. I'll have to I'm not able to get online. I'd have to
but he might be back, man.
So what do we feel about Lake Calhoun now? Because yesterday Shannan brought that up, and I had no clue. I was clueless as to. It just sounded. I actually thought it was Native American. I thought it was some Indian word because that's the way we roll here in Minnesota. Minnetonka.
It made perfect sense though, man. Because I was kayaking yesterday after the show, and the waves underneath my kayak were much more choppier than the waves under white people's kayaks, man. Right? See? The spirit of Calhoun. Right, but like that one, like I don't care. I necessarily don't care. They're saying Calhoun was named after the general who bought what Fort Snelling up here, but they're like he supported slavery, but it was back in the 1820s.
First, I'll give you a positive.
See, that's exactly what we talked about.
Let me give you a positive resume on who John C. Calhoun is. Here's his resume.
John C. Calhoun's political career began in the South Carolina legislature.
He
led committees on foreign relations and commerce during the War of 1812, served as Secretary of War, was elected Vice President of the United States, then resigned to become a U.S. Senator from South Carolina, and then Secretary of State. John C. Calhoun was one of the most distinguished orators and statesmen of all time.
So, South Carolina. Why do we in Minnesota name a thing after him?
We got a pipeline.
Now I'm going to play you a clip from Spielberg's movie Amistad about the slave experience. And here's an actor, Arliss Howard, playing John C. Calhoun. Got a dinner conversation with other politicians talking about...
There's a growing number of people in this part of the country that regard us in the South as not only geographically beneath them, They ignore the fact that slavery is so interwoven into the fabric of this society that to destroy it would be to destroy us as a people. It's immoral. That's all they know. Therefore, so are we. Immoral and inferior. We are inferior in one area. We're not as proficient in the art of gain. We're not as wealthy as our northern neighbors. We're still struggling. You take away our life's blood now. Well, we all know what happens then, north and south. They become the masters, and we the slaves. But not without a fight.
Yeah.
There's a growing number
Get
geographically
your
beneath.
flags. Oops, sorry.
All right.
So he was afraid.
Yeah, he was
going to lose in his pocketbook.
Exactly. Which what person is not, right? Yeah. Like, and we're not saying that, like, you know, this happened a couple years ago. I'm not saying, fully support this dude or whatever. If we change the lake, then we're going to have to start changing everything.
I got to do more research. Why in Minnesota are we naming a lake after some Southern vice president?
Because he had something to do with Fort Snelling.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so
right.
That was the biggest deal.
Whatever.
There was I can't remember who. The very first time I went on stage at Acme doing the contest, I think the feature guy did a thing on Lake Calhoun and something about riding those old-fashioned bikes with the big tires. I can't remember who it was to this day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know.
I was hoping some comedian would go, oh, yeah, I know that was. I remember that bit. It's a very funny bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how, in your opinion, now you're representing everyone. I'm as guilty as the Channel 5 news director.
Like, I feel like...
What can we do here in Minnesota?
Leave the lake alone. If you want to change racism in Uptown, change the stores. Change how I get treated when I go into the Gap. Right? Like, that's
what happens when you go into the Gap?
It's just, can I help you right away? Like,
well, you got to stop shoplifting.
That's what you know what I mean?
Do that anymore.
It's just like, oh, Jesus.
You know, I did one accidental racism thing that I can remember, and it was in Los Angeles, and I just come out of the hotel after paying my bill or whatever, and I walked out into the street, and
you gave a dude your keys.
No, I had my my wallet out in my hand and my phone out in my hand, and I'm walking down the street, and somebody walked by and went, "Oh crap, I can't be with my wallet out like this on the street." Yeah. And I go to put it in, and I look up, and there's one guy is in front of me now walking toward me, and it was a black gentleman. I shoved the wallet in my thing, and he looked at me. He was a well-dressed, educated guy. He smiled like, "Yeah, I'm scaring you." And I was like, "Oh, dude, no, that wasn't because it would have been anybody. It's not. It has nothing. Oh shit."
See, that wasn't even accidentally racist. He took advantage of your white guilt because he was like, "Yo, listen, I definitely put my wallet away too." Right? Like, I don't know who this dude is.
I looked when I went, "No, it's not."
He just had fun. He had fun
he
with
smiled,
it.
Rusty pulls the wallet out and shows him pictures of his black friends.
Yeah, I have one. Me and Dan have a great. He's in here soon. Have a great accidentally racist story that happened when we were at a restaurant in Minneapolis. Like,
he's here. Hop on the mic. I want to hear it.
Hello.
What's going on?
He's good. He's just got to get on mic.
Hello.
Yeah, there we
Well,
go.
all right. So
everybody.
remember the day the night we went to 7.
Yes.
All right.
Get right up on the mic there.
Yeah. All right.
Who wants to talk? You want to get?
Go ahead.
I valet the truck. It's a black Yukon, and
African
coming
American
out.
Yukon.
And yeah, it's African American down. And the guy comes out and he opens up the door for me as the driver. And then Dan's sitting talking to 2 valet guys because he still knows them, so he's walking behind me a bit. And then when Dan starts walking to the truck, the man opens up the back door.
And then I look at the guy and I'm like, no, I'm in the front. And he just looks at me and goes, oh.
And I could feel it. I could see it out of my peripheral. This dude did not want to make any eye contact with me.
Made no eye contact, nothing with Greg.
Yeah, it was, accidentally racist, but I wouldn't have been mad if Dan would have sat in the back, right? I'm like,
still to this day, I should have sat
drive away.
Right? The comic in me would have sat in the back and said, move, Coleman, papa. Man,
I'm still trying to get him to open the back door, though, so I can just...
That's a moment that's lost.
Yeah.
You'll never get that
Yeah.
back. Never. Hey, Dan Mogol's here.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you, Dan Mogol?
Doing great.
Dan Mogol,
Woke up,
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's good.
Rushed here.
You're ahead of most comics that show up on our show, so you're already.
I try and be on time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You said be here at 9:45. I'm here at 9:45.
Bam.
Nice. Bam. You are,
And
yeah.
we thank you for that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Dan Mogol, my apparent cousin. Or
Yeah,
something.
somehow
Yeah.
distantly we're cousins.
Yeah, are you going to the big 50th anniversary of their wedding thing on the 3rd or 5th or whatever?
My
that is?
parents are.
Yeah, I'll see them. I look forward
Yes.
to meeting them. I just RSVP'd.
Hell, this is a show. You guys are what, doing private?
No, we're doing Jew stuff. This is what Jews do.
Yeah.
And we like,
We
hey,
They're making deals over
is
it.
that Cadenby looks a little Jewish? Is he Jewish? Yeah, he's got a little. Yeah. How about Craig?
Yeah,
He's a nice guy, Jewish guy. Did you know?
I'm
that?
Jewish
honorary.
friendly, son.
Yeah.
I'm mad
He's
Jewish
honorary.
friendly.
What did you just host an event in Boston, didn't you?
Told you.
See?
40,000
Yeah.
Jews, son.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
And I didn't get the invite.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
too
going
late.
to say anything.
Well,
There's no Jewish racism in Minnesota, or is there?
No, I talked about it yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
there's lots of Jewish
Is there?
racism.
There's plenty.
Yeah.
How so? How does it?
If somebody is acting cheap, they're quote unquote being Jewish.
You can Jew people down.
Yep, you Jew people down.
So that happens in conversation. Someone will say
Oh, yeah.
stop being Jewish or whatever.
And here's the problem: if you're Jewish, you lose that term, so I have to us them down, which kind of sucks. Yeah.
I've told my friends to quit being Jewish.
Yeah.
And we laugh and laugh.
While counting our money.
Yeah.
Do they?
That I don't have.
Do they continue being Jewish though? They
Oh.
do, don't they?
They're defying you, and that's
Even
bullshit.
more.
Just even more.
They defy you.
No,
That was
of
probably
course
some
they
of
are.
the first racism I ever encountered that, like, I didn't understand, like, at school. Like, I heard people always just saying, like, Jew and derogatory. I was like, what? It's like that
What does
Chris
that
Rock
mean?
bit.
Yeah.
Like, for real. What the Jew? No, you're white. What do you mean?
Yeah,
We don't
so
got
you're
time to
saying
break
there's-
you down. And, like, that was for real. I was like, what does that mean? Right? And I
remember one of the first times I heard it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Quit
it was
being
like 6th,
Jewish.
7th
And I was
grade.
like, what is that?
It's like, he's such a Jew.
What does that
I was like,
mean?
What's that mean?
Yeah, I mentioned the story yesterday. Grandpa was not allowed in a certain country club because he was Jewish. That's why you have all these like Sholem Home and all these specialty nursing homes.
Very
and-
much so.
Yeah, 'cause-
My family belonged to. My grandfather still belongs to, or what was a Jewish country club, and my dad, and him both remember people driving by in their cars just yelling "effing Jews."
Yep.
Can I swear on here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Well,
podcast.
yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Where was that country club?
It was Hillcrest.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
and,
yeah.
What town is that? It's just
Paul.
outside of St. Paul,
Yeah,
or it is in St. Paul. Yeah.
Maplewood-ish.
Yeah, they'd drive by yelling "fucking Jews" and
Yeah, there was
Was it Chuck?
Yeah.
Yep.
If they saw me golf, they would. Yeah, and you'll see
Yeah.
tomorrow. But it's funny. My dad describes the fear they had during World War II that if Nazi Germany won, they were going to get wiped out, and there was pretty blatant anti-Semitism during that period as well. I don't want to take away from the black experience. 'Cause-
No, there's not. There's space for everybody
Yeah.
to feel slighted by
How
white
about
people.
redheads? They're the next thing. The gingers.
Yeah.
They're close, man.
They're close.
Like,
Effing gingers, get to your own country club.
Oh, I had my own issues with red hair, but it wasn't.
there wouldn't be a pool. It'd be an indoor pool. It'd be amazing.
Stay out of our pool.
Be the nicest indoor pool. Nobody could break in.
No,
Yeah.
Well, you already know
Swam
what
in the
happened
pool at the
with that.
Ginger Club. Really? No, I'm kidding.
I joined
wanna
the Ginger
go, though.
Club, and this is my new space blanket that I got with my membership packet.
Yeah, growing up, I'm like, why can't I be Keith Partridge? Why do I have to be Danny Bonaducci? This is horrible. That's my guy,
right.
Danny Bonaducci is my representative.
Yeah, see
That's
that
horrible.
I feel bad for that. I would like they automatically assume that you're Danny Bonaducci. Yeah.
Bonaducci.
Oh, in my heart, I'm Keith Partridge.
Right.
Can't you see my inner Keith?
At least I got to relate to like Ken Griffey Jr. or something like that, right? Like it was never like Urkel. It was like it was always something cool. So I was like, all right, cool.
I was happy that we had Goldberg, the wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
That
yeah.
eventually he came up and it was like, yes, we've got
Whatever
somebody
happened to him?
mainstream.
He was like headed toward a rock kind of career.
Yeah, he was. I don't know.
And then bam, or a Vin Diesel kind of movie.
Yeah,
and
I don't-
bam, gone.
Not a clue.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Do you have the
Got a
internet?
job.
I can't get on the internet. We're on the air, right?
What's your name? What's your name?
Because my computer's saying you need to move closer to
It
the
was
Wi-Fi. and I'm
Goldberg,
like,
the
right
wrestler.
next to you.
What happened?
He even looked like a bit like Vin Diesel.
He was
Yeah.
huge.
I
He
think
was
he's
a
an
beast.
executive in the WWE.
He converted to
now.
Catholicism.
Did he?
Yeah, no.
He's born in...
Yep, Bill Goldberg.
Oh, he's looking old. Oh, he's still got pipes, though.
Return from wrestling began work as a commentator for mixed martial arts. As of 2010, he's been the host of Garage Mahal. Oh, that's not Jewy.
No.
Garage Mahal.
What the hell is
The
that?
Taj
Garage
Mahal garage.
No comment.
Well,
that's not bad.
Things are working out for him.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. No,
he's nowhere near the Fast and Furious franchise. He's at Garage Mahal.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to take a break here in a second. It's 10 o'clock. I saw a screening last night of Ted 2.
Oh, my
God. Yeah.
Do we like Seth? We like Seth MacFarlane, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because he
does entertain me for hours.
If
and
we all
hours.
said
Are
no,
we-
would you change your mind? No, we don't.
No,
oh, no.
I
we
was
don't.
As comedians, do we like him?
Yeah.
Who?
I personally like him.
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
He just
Family
went Chuck
Guy.
on me. Did you see that? He just went Chuck on me.
Yeah, he was checking his phone like Chuck does.
Yeah, I was saying who Seth MacFarlane was.
Oh, Greg is the worst. When he's on his phone, you can ask him a question.
That's his real life, son. That's real life.
And there's no.
And then he'll respond.
Yeah.
Dan's phone's always dead.
I got a new phone, though, Greg.
Oh, thank God.
I got the
man.
new hotness.
It's an LG.
LG
So,
G4.
Anyways, no.
You are like a
flip-phone.
cute married couple. Jesus, what have I booked here? What have I booked?
Don't ever say that again.
We're going to talk comedy a little bit
We
when
are
we come
friends.
back. We're going to talk a little bit. We got Seth MacFarlane talking about marijuana. Jimmy Fallon talking about marijuana. There's a lot of pot in Ted 2, by the way. A lot of pot. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. Quick break. We'll be right back.
The Twin Cities Hit Show. We'll be right back.
It's been a Twin Cities food legend for almost 30 years. It's been the anchor for the Minneapolis warehouse district since it opened. And you may not know that the Loon Cafe can provide their outstanding creations and much, much more for your gathering, whether it's a private party or corporate event. For custom catering beyond the menu, contact the Loon Cafe. They'll create foods that will amaze your guests. Leave the cooking to someone else. Contact Brian at the Loon Cafe for your catering needs. Call 612-332-8342 or visit looncafe.com.
The term foodie can sometimes come across as a tickle pretentious. BT and Lydia are here to demystify the term and reclaim it for the sake of good food. Their weekly podcast brings in fellow foodies and culture creators from the Twin Cities to talk about all things food. Find this duo only on the Alive and Social Network.
You're listening to the Twin Cities Hit Show. Say it fast 3 times. We just dare you.
Chuck doing his Magic Mike XXL in the chair.
I am known
Getting
for my
amped up.
dance moves.
I get it.
Yeah.
Dance yourself back.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
up the energy.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I actually got that from G. Cole.
Really?
Jumping up and down, pacing, doing weird stuff right before you get on stage.
That's what
Just
I
in
do.
case if anyone starts doing headstands, I'm pushing you over. That's my thing.
Oh, good to know.
He does do headstands before shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it gets my
Yeah.
synergy and my chi right. It aligns.
It
some
totally
stuff.
makes sense.
And yeah, you really got to focus to do a headstand because if you don't, you're gonna break your stuff. So it's like it's that instant. Get right to it.
Please welcome the stage, Greg. Ooh, never mind. He just suffered a traumatic brain injury. Next on the list.
That would suck.
Sounds like a black thing.
Yeah. Tons of black dudes do headstands.
So, Seth MacFarlane, real quick. I saw Ted 2 last night. I screened it. I'm going to give my official review on WCCO every Friday morning on their mid-morning show. But I was surprised. It is funny. Did you guys like
Wait,
the first
screened it
10?
like you went somewhere and saw it?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I get to go to screen.
He's all important.
I was hoping you got the DVDs. And
I
could borrow it.
He does.
I do get those.
Do you?
too.
It's on his phone.
During awards season. Yeah, I shot it last night on my phone. You can look at it.
It's on his Periscope.
Uploading it later.
Every time he giggles, the camera shakes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did you like the first Ted?
I loved it. Yeah.
I laughed.
Absolutely.
I went in going, how is this going to work? It seems like a one-joke thing, but to become a movie.
Yeah.
And I know Mark Wahlberg was like afraid that was going to ruin his career, and now he's realized, oh, yeah, comedy can be a moneymaker.
Oh, yeah.
So they came out with Ted 2. I find Seth wildly talented.
Oh, God, yeah.
Singer, comedy, animator. He also does impressions. Here's a moment of him on the Tonight Show doing the bit was they had this wheel of voices and subject matter, and so it landed on Liam Neeson, and he had to talk about, I think, phones. Let's see.
Liam Neeson talking about Time Warner Cable.
Oh, cable.
I have a very particular set of channels. If you'd like to purchase these channels, I'll come to your house and install your cable. And that'll be the end of it. If you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
I mean,
all I see is the
good.
sea captain from, like, that's what I visualize, that voice, is the sea captain from Family Guy.
Yeah. So,
but not bad.
Yeah,
But
I
not
mean,
bad.
do you guys do impressions? Is that part of anyone's repertoire?
I do voices, not so much an impression of like a...
What does that mean, you do voices? You have your own original
yeah,
characters?
just kind of characters that I've encountered in life, and I just pretend to be them, I guess, during my jokes. I don't know, in my
like,
set.
for example, who's a character?
There's Scott.
There's Scott. Scott. Now you're just making shit up.
He lives on a bar stool and a...
Where's the uh-oh guy?
Your waitress?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's the bartender. Pretty good food, huh? Well, wow, we're running down. I do a lot of voices, don't I?
Yeah. You're amazing.
There's a guy who runs the register checkout at the Cub Food in Minnetonka, who I love to impersonate because he does this bit, and it cracks me up every time.
I feel like my dad has actually talked about him.
Where he's
no
like,
joke.
having a good day or no?
Erno. I talk about Erno all the time.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a rap
like-
song. Or no.
Erno.
You got big plans for the 4th of July weekend or no?
Erno. I was
Or not so
building,
much.
a couple summers ago, building a deck. Clearly building a deck. On the side of a home, building
Clearly
a deck.
building a deck.
This guy walks up and he goes, "You guys building a deck or..." He didn't even put on the no. It's the and then, what else could it be?
You should have offered up the nope.
Yeah, it was just... I don't know what could have been. It was a deck.
He was just messing with me. He in the middle of it. He's like, yeah, that's a deck. I'm just going to keep walking. He got
Just
stuck.
shut up, Ted.
He swallowed his
That's
word.
because that's in my net.
So when you meet people in life like this, your inner comic must go, "Oh, this is gold."
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
often
Must
write
remember
it
this
down,
guy.
and it ends up on stage somehow.
Yeah.
Like the bartender in my fuck joke. That's
Yeah.
My favorite Midwestern word is fuck. It's not F-U-C-K, it's F-U-H-C-K. An example of it is I was at a bar in northern Minnesota. Bartender walks up and she goes, "Pretty good food, huh?"
She sounds sexy.
"Don't forget about the meat raffle." Fuck! And then just walked away.
No way.
That truly happened.
That truly happened.
That's someone's wife.
Yeah. Someone's hit that
Someone's
shit. Someone's
yep.
hit that shit.
Well, definitely.
Someone still is.
Are you done yet?
Her birthday, my birthday, New Year's, and when we get frisky. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the City Pages thing. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. I forgot where I saw it. I think I saw the online version. And there's a picture of my cousin. It turns out, Dan. I'm never going to let that go.
Yeah,
Dan.
you love it.
Yeah.
Every
you have
opportunity.
no
How did
idea.
you not
it's
know
my
he was your
cousin.
cousin?
He brought it up. I don't even. It's unverified at this point, but I don't let truth get in the way of a
Didn't
good story.
Barry confirm it or something?
Yeah.
He's like,
Let's go to.
Go
Do
to
you have DNA with you?
Go to
We could
Ancestry.com. Figure that out.
That's his wife has done like the whole plotting of my family and knows all the things, so she would be the one to know.
Okay. Okay. I'll let you know at the brunch.
A distant cousin.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, in
Close
that theory,
enough.
we're all
Close enough.
related. Good Lord.
This is true.
You and I are not related. I want to make that very
I
clear.
bet you we are.
Could be.
Yeah, true.
Y'all
Jewish
come from
geography, though,
Africa
somehow
somewhere.
we're all cousins.
Yeah. So, how did you get in with this City Pages thing? Looks like they spent a lot of time with you. They went to like 4 or 5 venues with you, probably, and
He spent 3 months with me.
Oh.
As actually my neighbor John Garland. He's the writer of the article. He lives just down the hall from me, and he's.
So did you have to blow him for this? Or
No, just
Gross.
relentlessly
gross.
annoyed him basically. He was saying that he was thinking about writing this article about following a comedian, and I said, "Oh, you should."
I happen to know one.
Yeah, I know one. You should write this article. You should write this article. You should write this article. And eventually, when I wrote this joke about my beard that's highlighted in the article, I I said, hey, I wrote this. I just told it for the first time last night. This would be a great point to start out from. And he goes, okay.
All right.
And then for 3 months, it
Yeah.
was following me around and seeing. He was a comic without being a comic for 3 months.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was always around.
Yeah, I thought you turned gay.
No.
I just assumed. I thought it was your comic hag. You're yeah.
Nope.
So, referring, of course, to the article in City Pages called "Comic Dan Mogol's Tireless Quest to be Laughed onto the Big Stage."
Yeah, truth be told, I'm not a big fan of that.
Why?
I just be laughed onto the big stage. What is the big stage? I don't really. I don't know.
You're gonna let that ruin that. Nice
Don't get me wrong.
It's
But
bigger.
seeing my face on the cover of the City Pages is amazing.
It's bigger than the deck you were building.
Yeah, much bigger.
You have a
My
big deck.
deck has got much bigger
Huge
because
deck.
of it. Let me tell you. No, it hasn't at all. It hasn't worked, ladies. If you're
Is it true
listening,
what they say
yeah.
about Jewish decks?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mediocre.
Yeah. Okay.
Not well built. I don't know what.
So yours is
I don't know.
uncovered as well, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a circumcision joke.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I got it.
Because Pete,
Yep.
I know you did, but we lost Rusty because he's a ginger.
So
kill the ginger, boys! Kill the ginger.
So yeah, I was on the
so
cover.
article.
My neighbor John followed me around and just reported on it.
And so what happened during this procedure? Any surprises?
Procedure.
During his embedded time with the...
No, he was very professional. He just sat back and watched and listened in and did his job. It was great.
So how's the feedback been? Whether from
Feedback
just other people on the street,
people on the
comics,
street
or just
so far has been absolutely amazing from people on the street, and
Yeah.
many comics have come out and just said, "Great job, congratulations."
They
you
don't mean
deserve
that.
it.
They're jealous.
They don't mean it's true. That's
But then
entirely
there's
true.
others that have
The
gone out
minute
of their
you're out
way
of earshot.
to be mean, but
Yeah.
fuck them.
Yeah.
If you don't have any haters, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
that's what
rappers say.
Yeah.
That's what I've been. I've talked to a lot of
Rappers?
not rappers, but local businessmen that I know that are doing very, very well for themselves, and that have haters because of it. And they say, you know what? It happens.
Yeah,
Don't gotta deal with these haters.
Yeah. I'm just trying to sit back, relax, and not deal with these haters.
I imagine
Dan
there's
Mogol,
folks who are
yeah.
like who think, "Damn it, I've been doing this longer, and I should be having the cover." And how did he get this coverage?
Oh, that's so comedy, though. Everything.
Do you want to know what it was?
Yeah.
It was hard work.
Yeah.
It was me going out of my way to make this happen.
Yeah.
And to not sit back, relax, and wait for something to happen to me.
Yeah. Yep. Amen.
I didn't bitch at anybody.
You're a
I
mensch.
just- I went out and I did my own thing.
You're a comedy mensch.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it. About if you hear people say something like, "Yo,
Yeah.
did they take anything from you? Like, did he take it from you, or did you
Yeah,
go out and hustle and do
were-
this thing?"
yeah.
I was like,
Were
you
we
know,
competing
people-
for it? No.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, congratulations, he did it. He put up with somebody being in his junk for 3 months. You know what I mean? To get the article done. You didn't. Do
That's
it.
like
So,
more than
yo,
Rolling
go on.
Stone coverage. Kind
It
of
was
embedded.
it was a
stuff.
very fun experience.
Oh,
It-
yeah. Well, I
the
like-
whole thing has been the ups, the downs. It's all been great.
I like-
I've learned a lot about
Do you
many
walk
different
around
things.
with that when you go to the bar and be like, "What's up, girl?" Because when I used to be on the Fly TV show,
Yeah.
like
And
I
there'd
have
be
them
a
turn it
TV
on in the bar, and then we just stand underneath the TV.
What?
Oh, is that us on television?
I was
what
on
a
the
shame.
fly last week, and I have a TV in my house, but I don't have an antenna. I had no way to
An
actually.
antenna.
Yeah,
That tells you
I
they don't use those
I
anymore.
have Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, so I don't. I
They
don't
don't
even
have
an
antennas
antenna.
anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's,
I just don't own one.
They do. They have
oh, I thought it was
routers.
all
Yeah.
digital.
Well,
Yeah.
you have
No,
to.
you can get
Yeah,
digital.
you can,
Digital
it's just a
converter
digital
with
TV,
revenues.
and then So I went
Check it up
to
on your Google Watch.
I went to a bar in Uptown that a bunch of friends worked at or still work at, and put it on, and we're just watching it on the rooftop, and then all these people kept walking by and being like, "Is that?" And it's like, "Yeah," and it's really weird for me.
I'm a pretty big deal.
No,
You
it
gotta
was
get
weird.
used to it. You'll
I
get
don't know.
used to it.
Yeah.
You should.
I should.
It's all right. Just keep it cool. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. It was weird walking around Uptown and seeing my face on
Well,
in
you
the
were on
city
billboards, Rusty. Like that's got
that
to be
is
kind
true.
of fun. You're in traffic and looking at you. Like if you're in the chopper, you'd be home by now. Like, right? I should have drove the chopper today.
It's funny because I'll have like buddies who will come in from out of town who weren't familiar with the market, and I was on for almost 31 years, and we'll walk through the mall or whatever, and I just throw a hat on and walk, and I noticed my buddies will start going a step behind me. I'm like, what you doing? I go, what are you doing? He go, you should see all the people elbow each other as soon as you walk by. I'm like, really? I'm just in my own.
Yeah, you just
walk.
keep it going.
He's like, it is hilarious. They like traffic guy, whatever.
Yeah,
Eye
in the sky.
I used to love taking people on ride-alongs the first time in a car where everyone is looking at that car and they're like, oh, this is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
No one will drive past you.
Oh, yeah,
I
man.
would love to
I
go
drove
on a
past a
ride-along.
cop once.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I
used to stop people that all the
Yeah,
Drove
my
past a
God.
cop once.
It was
Hasn't done it since.
Yeah, it was weird. I was driving home from work, and there was this trooper who's like driving down the side of me, and we were all in the flow of traffic. And he kind of looked over, and he was like, and I was like, yo, he just give me like, what's up, head nod? And I was like, ha, yeah, all right, what's up, dude? And like, I don't know if he like if we went to like if he knew me from comedy or like high school or something like that. And he was just like, I was like, all right. And I pulled off.
Was he going 50 and you 55?
I have no idea. Like, we were still, like, it wasn't, like, insane.
So was he trying to keep up with you?
No.
Or
We were just like, yo, on the side of him, and, like, people were passing him, and it was just whatever. And I was just like, all right, yo. And then, like, I moved up, and then, like, another car, like, because I moved up to get in another lane, then another car, and then the cop got behind me. I'm like,
nope, here we go.
Then, right? And then so I get pulled over. He's like, dude, like, what do you do? How fast were you going? I was like, I don't know, like 62? He was like, it's a 55. I was like, yeah. He's like, I looked right at you and was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that confused me a lot, right? 'Cause I thought that we knew each other. I thought you were like, hey, what's up? Like, I was on TV yesterday. My bad. I thought I was a little bit famous. I thought you were shocked to see me. It wasn't just, it's like, no. I was like, dude, I'm right here. Slow down. I was like, oh, my fault, cop.
I used to do that.
Funny.
No ticket, though, right?
Yeah, no ticket, man. He gave me a thing.
Let it
just
slide.
like, yo,
Gave
like,
me a thing.
Yeah, get your tabs right and check your ego and slow down.
I used to give them exactly 5 over. If I'm driving 55, they could go 5 over. Anything more than that, I'd stop them. Same
Really?
thing. And so one time I was and I always gave them the exact same line where I'd make them do the math because I was a dick. I was a young cop. Why to stop? I don't know. How fast are you going? I don't know. 62. Well, let's do the math. Is 62 more or less than 55? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that was my line. So I'm at a party one day and I was like 22 and I was a cop. This gal's like,
oh, that's got to be great.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
That would have been-
But it didn't work in this case. But she goes, oh my God, I hate cops. There's this Roseville cop that pulled me over for passing him. And I go, did he say this to you? And I gave her lunch. She goes, it was you.
Yeah.
But that didn't pan out.
It
did not pan out.
How you thought it would.
Yeah.
I have a question on this. Might change the subject a little bit.
I think we've changed it many times.
Yeah. Is this okay? Like, all right, like beat cops. They're all right. I just think that, like, would it be insane to be like, all right, 3 months on, 1 month off? Because there is post-traumatic stress syndrome that comes with cops. Is that insane to put for the safety of the cops and just in general
And the
break
people.
it up just a little bit? Like, do you think cops would be down with that? Because, like,
No,
like I know they
wouldn't.
would,
No,
but
even
it's
if it was
just like-
paid.
Yeah, well, maybe.
well, no, well, I'm saying off the street.
Yeah.
You can still go
Yeah.
do other cop stuff, go do traffic.
That's actually a
but
really good idea.
Just
I like that.
You mean
just
rotating different jobs throughout the...
Well, it's just like even
Essentially.
in soldiers aren't you got 3 months on in war,
Yeah.
and then like you're off somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like you're not in combat
That
3
is a
straight months.
really good concept. I like that. And, I'm on this Injured Cop Association, and so I mentor these guys who are retiring from injuries, and a lot of them have PTSD, and I realized as I talk to these guys, I have PTSD. I've seen a lot of shit.
Chuck, you had STDs.
Oh, well, I have that too.
Well,
I have
that's true.
PTSD from the STD. So, yeah, I mean, it's a very good point. And those times where I left the street and worked a unit that had nothing to do with police work were really refreshing, and you reconnect with the public and become a human again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you're not like all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that's a thing that people need to think about, because a lot of times whenever we see all this stuff that comes out about cops, is that no one ever thinks about the stress that they are underneath every day. And I understand that, and I get that. And even though it's easy at this point to be like, well, I'm cops' number one enemy, even though, you know, it necessarily shouldn't be. But it's just like, if a dude is in a situation where it's 3 months where that's all you see, you're going to start seeing everybody like that. And I don't think that's healthy for the community. I don't think it's healthy for
3
the
months,
officers.
it's more than that. It's all the time.
Yeah.
You're just working.
Like you're just in
there's
that
no
constant
breakup.
21 years.
Yeah.
21 years of that bullshit and the arguments and the whatever. But we talked last week about, or 2 weeks ago, about that party down in McKinney, Texas. Guy went to
he was totally stressed out.
2 suicides calls
What
that day.
happened?
That pool party beating thing.
Oh, yeah.
He went to 2, one where he talked a lady out of suicide, and one where there was a very graphic, gory
Make
suicide.
Dan look up the show and listen to the show.
Yeah. Oh, he does. He does. He doesn't remember because it's.
I'm gonna listen to the 2 weeks past.
Yeah. You get on that.
And like, that's a horrible thing, because one, he did something awesome and amazing that day, and then he saw something horrifically graphic that day. And then now this is, you know what I mean? Like, not saying what happened was okay, but I even know in the course of my work day is that stuff that I'll deal with is, you know, stressful, not on that level. Right. But sometimes a kid may come up and say something, I'm just like kind of snap, I'll react instead of a response.
Here, Greg, I got a song for you.
Same thing happens with me at work.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
There you go. You play that at school.
That's what I've done that. I'm like, you know what? I've quit for 5 minutes. Since, you know what? I wash my hands.
The North St. Paul School District does not approve of this message.
Right.
Kids, I'd like to teach you a song today.
Right.
Mr. Coleman has lost it.
Hey, no, man. I don't know. It's just, I think that's something that somebody needs to get the ball rolling.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Staffing will
Greg
be
Coleman
the
for
thing,
mayor.
though, right? Budgets
Well, yeah.
and staff.
Well, I'm thinking of McKinney, Texas. There's probably 5 cops working in McKinney, Texas. They put out a house party with 150 loud kids, whatever. You got to send all 5 people. So, sorry, man, I just was on a tough call. Yeah, whatever, you pussy. Just join us at the call, and then it goes downhill. So,
because I was, I dated that state trooper.
Yes,
she
you did.
was very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
I was surprised though that they quite often they have a huge section of the city. There'd only be 2 of them.
4, yeah, they have 4 from like the Minnesota River in Burnsville all the way up to Elk River for that district. 4.
Wow. Yeah.
4 state troopers. That's why I like speed, man. Have at it. Because if they're not working some detail, they're not finding you. Basically anywhere you go in the state.
Yeah.
4.
They switched up the game, though, when they got those Chargers, right? Because there's a black Charger and there's an orange Charger.
Yeah,
like,
that's mean. That's dirty.
I see exactly what
She got to bring
right?
the orange Charger home.
Right.
I kid you not, because we lived together. We were together almost 4 years, and it still shocked me every time I opened the garage door and there was a state patrol car.
What did I do last night?
Oh,
shit. It's like the Hangover Part 3.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like,
that's right. That's her car. That's right.
There's a baby stroller under the front bumper. I have no idea what happened.
There's a guy still in the back. Can I go home?
And there needs to be a law, man, that those unmarked cars should only be used for like operations. Like, you can't pull over traffic stops in unmarked cars.
That's cheating.
Yeah, it is. Over in Europe, they don't have those unmarked cars. They're like, they're buggies. They're like, yo, there's a cop. Let's slow down. Right?
Buggy.
It's like, I got something in my car I shouldn't have right now. Let me slow down. Like, yo, why were you speeding? Because I didn't see you in your unmarked car. I thought you were in my buddy's car. Right?
Screw Ford, because here's what Ford did. I got a police work. Right as they're getting rid of all the Ford Crown Vics, I never drew one of the new cars. Now you don't know what headlights are behind you. You're like, oh my God, that's an SUV. That could be.
That is true.
Like, that's the biggest thing. That's how I used to tell which cops
the SUV,
were cops.
they're very cool looking, but you don't know.
No, that's bullshit. Yeah,
the only way you can tell is with the gun holster in the
Yeah,
track.
you got it.
I had a suspended license for like a year, never got taken care of. So over that year, though, I learned to be the most cautious and like best driver, and I could always tell what a cop. Like, I'm driving, is that a cop car? No, wait, no, there's gum rack in the middle. Yeah, that's a cop car. Let me chill out.
Yep, that's exactly.
Some of those. She was telling me my unnamed girlfriend trooper, who's now happily married and pregnant,
but not with your baby.
Not my baby. She was saying there's some unmarked cars. They even go as far as put like baby on board, really disguised to make them look citizen.
Oh yeah, they'll put.
But at
Yeah.
what purpose?
Yeah.
Like, what?
So that you don't recognize that they're
Yeah.
authority and
So-
you speed by them.
Yeah.
Is this just to create
Chaos.
more revenue?
Get you.
Is
Your
this just a-
mission is to go out and write speeding tickets. You're like, I'm going to write every speeding ticket I can.
I suppose then you tell all your friends, oh, I got pulled over by a minivan. What?
Yeah, right. I
unmarked
got
car.
pulled over by a Honda Odyssey. That would suck.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when I did this, my mission
An
was to
05 Ford Windstar.
don't laugh. I drove one of those once as a police car. So I did. True story. But my goal was to like pull over the coolest cars possible. So I pulled over an MTC bus and I tagged the driver with everyone on board. They all had to wait. But he was like 10 over. Like, hey, you know what? You don't drive 10 over with 100 people on your bus. You get
Not on my watch, bus guy.
What if it was Keanu Reeves? Like, dude, can't stop this bus. Bad things are happening.
Yeah.
Check with Dennis Hopper. I can't slow down.
Yeah. Armored car, pull over an armored car. They don't like opening the door for some strange reason.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Put your gun down. You put your gun down.
Easy.
My favorite story from my buddy who's a race car driver, and he happens to have a Ferrari, and his other buddies they all got these fast personal
Toys.
cars. Yeah. So they were like, let's do our own little gumball rally and see how fast we can get up to Brainerd because they had a race going on.
Yeah.
So they were
Just
going
flying.
148, whatever.
Good for them.
In and out of traffic up 10. They were going to get there in like under an hour.
Wow.
It's suddenly this water sheriff in his SUV hauling a boat, going the other direction. And they're like, zoom, 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 zoom. And then they look in the rearview mirror and they see this guy. And the boat like swings.
Yes.
Swings, that's awesome.
With gravity. And they're like, what are we going to do? They're like, they pulled over. They didn't want him radioing ahead and making a thing. He comes out, with his pot belly, can barely breathe. What are you guys doing? My buddy said,
You know how fast you're going?
there was like $2 million worth of cars. And
Yeah.
he said he
Yeah.
just had to sneak a selfie with the sheriff
Absolutely.
water boat
Yeah.
and like 4.
The guy walks up in his
That
shorts
is
because they're
hilarious.
always wearing shorts because they're water patrol. And they're like,
Are you guys insane?
That is hilarious.
We got busted by a water patrol.
Yeah. No, we have a means. Can we hurry this up?
we have.
Yeah, now we really got to get that.
Yeah.
He did calm down eventually and started, can I sit in your car? And all that.
Yeah, one of those things.
Can I sit in your car?
I want to be able
You
to
guys
get
are
out of
so
it.
cool.
Can I start it?
He appreciated that they pulled over and weren't going to try and make it.
Hold my gun.
Like, you can hold the gun if I can start the car. Will you take me for a ride?
Can I take a selfie with you?
Some of that old stuff is coming up. You
Oh,
all right?
yeah. I have the bronchitis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chuck, we're in the police world. Do you have crazy shit you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, there were a couple stories. But in the interest of time, I'll talk about one. What do you think about Dakota County finally collecting DNA samples from violent crime suspects?
What? We
Yeah.
don't need those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they? What do you? What
Basically,
goes
if you
on?
get, there's a number of crimes.
They
but
send him into a room with a dirty mag and say, "We need some samples."
there you go with your
Eventually, one's
sick
gonna fall.
euphemisms, Gatenby. You stop.
We need some DNA.
Dakota County Under Sheriff Tim Leslie is now the first county in Minnesota that is collecting samples from everyone who's booked for certain offenses. And those would include like burglary, obviously violent crimes, rape, assault, all that stuff. But burglary is a big one because cops are able to get touch
Not
DNA
weed,
off
right?
stuff. Not what?
Not weed.
No, you're fine. You're fine, Mogul.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I smoked.
yeah. I mean Johnson. You're fine,
Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah.
Well, that's good,
you
I
smoke?
guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. If they could finally start solving some crimes. I mean, this is
No comment.
Yeah.
no comment.
No, I do have Tourette's syndrome, though. Truly, 100%. And so...
You do?
Starting next month, when it becomes legal, I'm one of the people that qualifies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Tell
I
us more
gotta-
about this Tourette's.
I was diagnosed in 2nd grade.
Well, no, more important,
Yeah.
I want to know how I can
Hold
trip
on.
it. How do I get it going?
You don't.
Can you do it on command?
No, I can go like that on command. That's
But you
what I
don't-
used to do when I was a kid.
you don't go-
I made a face just for those that are
Oh,
listening.
so you don't do the random.
Yeah. No, there's Tourette syndrome is characterized by neurological
Yeah.
and phonic.
Yeah.
So, or motor and phonic,
Yeah.
excuse me. Motor being physical, phonic
Yeah.
being verbal, and I did motor.
I have a buddy who was a
Still
cop,
little things, yeah.
and he had Tourette's, and I went to undergrad, high school, undergrad, and then cop stuff together. But he got teased so ruthlessly that
That's
he
a very,
ended up
very
But he
unfortunate.
decided to become a cop.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Show you sons of bitches.
But he had a badge.
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry, I have Tourette's.
Yeah.
So you guys are comics. I'm convinced there's a joke here somewhere. My wife, when I was going to meet her parents for
Heard
the
it.
first time, I said, "Let's tell your parents that I have something called gay Tourette's." Right?
It's called
I
Tourette's.
can talk, and then I just suddenly go super. yeah, that twink game last night. Judy Garland. It was.
That would be hilarious to do to somebody.
Oh, that'd be funny if I
Don't-
weren't related to some people
He's
who
a
are
great
gay.
guy, but he has gay Tourette's. All right, just be ready.
Hey, Rusty, I have relatives that are gay, and that's not funny.
Okay, see, I'm glad I went to the experts.
And I have Tourette's.
And I have Tourette's, and that's gay.
That
is totally gay.
Be less Jewish, please.
Yeah.
You have everything going against you.
I
You
do.
have Tourette's, you're Jewy. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
Did you finish your
What else do I
crab
have?
thing?
Yeah, I guess I did.
I'm overweight. Ugh.
When does that start?
I don't know.
Yeah.
When did that start?
Yeah.
When my feelings were introduced to food. Food, feelings, food. Hello.
Willpower.
Yeah.
Well, we have destroyed an hour here.
Oh, we
Greg,
have.
Have we really?
You're working tonight through
Yeah,
Saturday.
tonight through Saturday, man. Come holler at us. We'll be at Acme 8 p.m. tonight. Myself, Tommy Ryman's headlining. Pat Such-Mulch is middling. And tomorrow, your co-host, Miss Shannan, will be on the bill as well, man.
Nice.
So come
Very
hang
cool.
out.
Yeah.
It's
I hope to see
awesome,
you
fun show.
Friday or
man.
Saturday. I hope to come down.
Yeah, it's been a fun show. It will be a fun show all week.
And
Me, June 30th to July 5th, I will be at the House of Comedy at Mall of America.
Nice.
Come on out.
I might come out and heckle. I read your article. You don't deserve the headline.
Yeah. You're not funny. Do another skit. Use that in your skits.
I'm glad you're still doing the comedy thing.
Yeah, you still doing that comedy thing?
That's so fun. That's so
It's
fun.
like the article helped
Yeah.
people be like, oh, you're doing that
Yeah.
comedy thing.
Yeah, nice,
You
nice.
doing that comedy thing or
No. I went with no.
or no?
And now I'm just digging ditches for the county, you know. And, yeah.
We got a lot of stuff happening on the Twin Cities Hit Show we got to talk
Oh,
about.
okay.
Yeah. Now, remember, of course, our sponsors, we didn't mention them, but
We got the Blue and White Cab, and you can get an app where you can program your pickup. They will let you sit in the back.
yeah, literally.
And the Chart House, we got a show on Thursday afternoon. Is
That's
that
tomorrow.
afternoon?
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, though, a very special Twin Cities Hit Show will be broadcasting live from, what is the golf course?
Something in Hudson, I forgot.
There's a golf course in Hudson. It's Rod Simon's
Troy
Golf
Byrne
for the gift. Yeah.
Doing Troy Byrne.
Yeah, I think
it's Troy
so.
Byrne. It is Troy Byrne. Yeah.
Beautiful course.
Is it?
I think
Beautiful
so.
course.
Sweet.
So we'll be live instead of the normal 9:30 start time. We'll be live at 10:30 to 11:30 at Troy Byrne.
We're starting right now tomorrow.
Yes.
So 24 hours from now. And there's going to be a lot of former Viking players. I don't know if Greg Coleman will be there, but Randall McDaniel will be there. There's some past and current Twin players that'll be. Your dad golfer?
Yeah, big golfer, man.
He'll probably be there. Then.
Yeah, like that's what he does, man. Golf tournaments.
Hop
He's
on
just
those
at the other
tournaments.
one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be there.
Yeah, good. All right, we'll have to get him on.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell them to look us up. And remember, Chart House again tomorrow. We're going to have Mayor Matt Little and
former weatherman Barry Zavan, the weatherman. He's in the Broadcast Hall of Fame here in Minnesota. We're going to catch up with old Barry.
BCHOF.
Yeah.
Broadcast Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a big happening. You have two chances to either listen or see us live tomorrow. Twin Cities Hit
And that's
Show.
enough. God, what more do you want, people? Jeez.
Yeah.
They want.
We can only do so much.
Crickets.
We're
Wow,
human.
they can see you guys. They can
Yeah.
see Greg. They can see me.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
And the internet is working right now, and this is broadcasting.
Supposedly.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
Yeah.
see you guys tomorrow. Then.
Peace.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.